If you're in sales, why do you have to role play and practice? The answer may surprise you. I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Before we begin, find that subscribe button and smash it. So video number 4 here is all good skills take time, energy, and effort. I'm going to give you a story outside of the world of sales. I have roughly 2,500 YouTube videos. And the reason I bring this up is my first video was my worst video. My second video was my second worst video. And it just propelled from there. It took me about 500 videos to get used to the conversation, the amount of energy, the way that you have to say words for me to get good. And I'm going to say roughly for a salesperson, it takes about 200 presentations to get pretty darn good at what you do. And you could speed that up through role play, but it does take time, energy, and effort, which happen to be the formula for rejection. If you go into something and you put time, energy, effort, or risk into a process, into anything, and it doesn't work, that leads you to the ability to go, oh gosh darn it, I got rejected. Time, energy, effort, risk. Those are the things. Those are the things that lead to rejection. And what happens is most salespeople who are brand new, they may kind of believe it, but it takes a little bit of time. Just like it takes a little bit of time to get used to giving a presentation. I'm going to say that number is roughly 200, which in a lot of the worlds of industries that I work in, that's about 6 months. It's about 6 to 8 months, 200 ups, 200 leads, 200 appointments. And so what happens is salespeople will quit before they get there. It's nervous energy. It's not fun. You're getting objections. You're dealing with rejection. You're like, I don't understand what's going on. And there's one way for you to get out of this. It's a golden ticket. The golden ticket in sales is for you to role play. But what will happen is people will be like, I don't want to look dumb. I don't want to look silly. I'm like, look dumb and look silly in the office. Don't look dumb and look silly in front of a client or buyer. Don't practice on a buyer. That's dumb. That's silly. You're putting them through torture. If you sit through a bad sales presentation, oh boy, is it torture. It is not good. And you know what? Sometimes struggling salespeople don't want to believe it because they have the answer right in front of them, but it's easier to deny what's going to fix a problem than it is to actually work on it. And this works in all fields of life. Your buyer is going to do the same thing. If they can deny that whatever you have is going to fix their solution, they don't have to own anything. And salespeople fall for this a lot. What they'll do is, heck, I don't need to role play. I'll say, gosh darn it, get in here, sit down, role play. Or a boss, a manager, an executive will tell the salesperson, you're going to sit down with Scott and you're going to role play. And the momentum's really rocky in the beginning. We get going. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I feel like I'm okay. The word patterns work out right. The pace, the tone, the pitch, everything's good. If you're not role playing and you're not practicing, you're not a professional. Real conversation. I'm going to hurt some feelings today, right? I brought my pocket full of hurt feelings right here. Pocket full of hurt feelings. If you're not role playing, you're not a pro. And I don't know, as long as I've been in the industries, as long as I've been watching sales, the top salespeople role play. They're willing to do what the other salespeople aren't. They'll get up in the morning. They'll pay somebody. They will find a way to practice. The weak salespeople, the dudes, the chicks, the bros, the babes who make no money, guess what? They're not willing to stick in with the toughness. They're not willing to have like, you're doing it wrong. They're not willing to be told what needs to be done. Because in their mind, it's just easier for me to go in there, build rapport, and then close them with, I'm not the salesperson close. Right? It happens a ton, more than you can imagine. You got one thing to do from here. Just one thing. Find the subscribe button. Click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says, Scott Bell Consultants and another fantastic video. Sometimes it's a scorcher, like today. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.